Hello guys, it's Sandy and welcome back to my channel. Fun thing, my American account didn't have no access to today's quest line. Or I'm just stupid. Anyhow, today we're gonna be visiting Professor Hayden in the woods. Or we're gonna talk to James, who saw some weird man walking around in the woods. What an irony, right? Irony. Really bad jokes. We're gonna go and visit him. Also, we can change the time of day now. Like, we can have night, we can have morning, we can have whatever we want. And we're gonna check that out as well. But also, we have a horse shopping window that is new. The old one has disappeared for good, and we have the new one, which is, I dislike it. I think it's really nice. It's really smooth to see everything. So, I'm really excited to see everything. We're gonna buy a horse as well. Let's go to Fort Pinta and talk to James about the bug problem. Hello, James. Strange sightings. Sandy, you have to help me. There's a weird man in the whole woods, roaming around and scaring all tourists. This is unacceptable. I am just about to release a book about horses that will lure every tourist in the world right to our little island. You want to see it? Well, I'm still writing it, or rather looking for someone to write it. But no matter, the fact still stands that Fort Pinta can't lose tourists right now or ever, and this weird man is scaring them all away. Unacceptable. Reproachable. Ungoodable. You get my meaning. For the sake of all of the sacred tourists, please go to the whole woods and find this troublemaker. I like how dramatic James sounded. Ha ha ha. Hayden, what are you doing here? Why do you always have such a weird tent with you? Hello, Cindy. Bothering tourists? Me? You're making less sense than usual. I came here to study the infestation in the forest. Sorry you have seen the bugs swarming on the trees in this forest. No? Use. No attention to detail. Well, this James will be happy to hear. I will leave this area as soon as I have studied the infestation. Of course, I will be done fast if you help me, since it seems like you have an abundance of free time running errands. You can at least make yourself useful. Sheesh, thanks. I caught some perfect specimens to study, but the smart little creatures escaped. Here, take this jar and get them back for me. They're over there. If you know where they are, just get them. Wait, is a quest race? Okay. They look like bees, but they're black and like have powder. Wait for me. That's a long run. We're probably gonna have to take samples from these as well. Ugh. Thank you. Now, let me study them so we can learn what these small creatures are. Bugs. They're just bugs. There are Norwegian bark beetles. Beetles. Wondrous small creatures. However, they can be quite devastating to trees that aren't used to them. And these trees are our nose. We should encourage them to move on to a more suitable habitat. Since you're already here, you can help me, Sandy. I'll mix a type of insecticide. What on earth is that? Well, making necessary ingredients, we will need some oil, preferably neem oil, and some soap. We need a good quality soap, so that the mixture works properly. None of that store-bought gruel you use called soap nowadays. Go to Harold in Silver Glade Village. He should have what we're looking for. Get oil from Harold. Okay. Wait. Who has the soap then? Never mind then. Hello, Sandy. Professor Hayden has sent you to get some neem oil and good quality soap. Let me see what I have. I found some neem oil for you, but I don't have a container for it. Any regular old boy will do. And there should be plenty of those up at Big Barney's place where we'll have all the recycling she's dying. Can you run over there and see if you can find one? She won't even notice you took one. Probably. Anyhow, while you're gone, I keep searching for the soap. I was sure I had some to spare. What, so I'm just gonna run up here and just take some? Oh my gosh, this invisible wall. Stop it. You dog horse. Imagine. She screamed at the same time as I took it. It's like, you took my bottle. I'm like, I'm sorry. Wonderful. The spa will do nicely. Let me just prepare the oil for you. Here's the neem oil. As for the soap, I got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that I seem to have run out without noticing, but the good news is that I know where you can get some. Festin Virgo knows how to tell good soap from bad soap. She always has a stash, and she owes me. Tell her Harold sent you and she should provide you with what you need. I knew we had to go to Felicity for this, because we need to go to Felicity in the past to get some weird soap thing. I'm really starting to worry about my brain cells that they're turning to potato mash. Harold sent you all the way here to get soap. I don't know whether to be flattered or concerned, But of course you can have some soap, Sandy. Hang on, I just got a lovely batch of the week. This is strange. I could have sworn I stashed my new soap in the box here. It was still soap. This one smelled quite bad as well, like fish. Oh, look over there. You can see soap suds trailing off in that direction. That must be where the thief went. Hurry, Sandy. You might still be able to catch them if you follow the bubbles. I have seen 3 words in today's quest I don't recognize. That's interesting. I usually understand all the English. Oh, it's you. Hello. Oh. Oh, the cat's like, ah! That was funny. He's like, ah! Sorry. A cat stole the soap? I know I said it's for everyone, but for a cat to, well, we got it back. Thank you. Now let me package this for you. Here you go, Sandy. Thank you for helping me get this batch of soap back. You might have a hard time believing it, especially if the whole cat is debacle. But I truly love this scent. It would have been sad to be without it until my next shipment comes. Didn't you say you hated the scent? I smell like fish. I just have to say, this soap doesn't look that very fancy. Ugh. Hey dude, I'm back with your soap and oil. Sorry, good quality soap. My bad. Splendid. Some of you youngsters are proven to be quite useful after all. I combined the ingredients. Remember, saying that this mixture would kill most regular bugs, but luckily the vegan bog beetle is no normal bug. It, like many animals across Jorvik, has developed some unique talents. I gotta move on. Help me spray the trees. Youths. Oh, I need to... Seriously? I just need to click it. You're kidding me right now. And the tree is magically grew back as it was. Hey dude, I'm back. Thank you. Now all we can do is hope that the vegan bob beetles will find a more suitable habitat. Well, work here is done. I'll meet you for Pinter to make sure that James will leave me alone and to assure him that his tourists have nothing to worry about. Not they ever had. Alright, we're back here. Hello. His voice sounded Swedish just now, like, yeah, that is not so good. It sounded like he said, that's funny. But don't you see? All you have to do is write some nonsense information about horses. People will bite no matter what. You know a lot about animals. You should be a walk in the park. I don't have time to help you your hobbies, young man. I am very busy. Sandy. Perhaps you can talk some sense into this young man. This is the first time I'm seeing, like, Hayden in that full view like this. Also, James' hands are, like, moving constantly. Now that tourists aren't scared of the weird men in the forest anymore, they will sure come flocking back, and I need my book ready before then. I have this grand vision, a book containing all the information about horses, every breed, every gait, every competition, every whatever other miniature is connected to caring for horses. What? Why are you giving me that look? I'm just a visionary, the mind behind the idea. I don't know anything about horses. That's why Professor Hayden has to write this book for me. As a member of the AAE, he knows enough about every animal to educate every tourist that comes here. Just imagine the profit if all tourists visiting this island bought just 1 copy each. It's astronomical. You don't care about profits? Imagine the knowledge we could spread about horses and how to care for them. How about that? Please ask me in my stead. He refused to listen to me, but he seems to like you enough to leave you in one piece. Will he never leave me alone? Fine, I'll do it. Knowledge should be shared. That I agree with, no matter how much it pains me to agree with James. But I'm a busy man, and I have little time over to gather the amount of materials I will need to put something together acceptable quality. So you know a lot about horses already, and you know your way around this island. You have proven yourself to be quite valuable. What do you say? Will you be my assistant on this project? Of course, I will make sure you are properly credited in the book. To properly convey the variety of horse breeds to reader, we're going to need some photographs. A picture is worth 1,000 words, as they say. The horse market closely for Pinta would serve you well. They also have a decent amount of different breeds on hand. While we have a lot of knowledge between us, it would do as good to interview some real experts on horse care. Someone who is working with horses every day. Why don't you run over to Moreland Stables and ask Thomas Moreland if you can interview some of the people working in the stables. To make sure we cover every area of horse care, we should make sure to use all the experts we have around here. Head to Starshine Ranch and see if you can get some information from the people there. They seem to know what they're doing, almost. Ferdinand, good day. How are you? Hello, Sandy. Is there something I can do for you? You need reference photos for an information book about horses. How exciting! Of course you can photograph some of my beautiful horses, but I have so many. It'd be a show for you to navigate them all and find a good variety. You know what? I'll go and gather some of my favorites and bring them here to you. How does that sound? They're all fond of the camera, so they appreciate attention. That's a lie, though. Never mind. Oh, I like that effect. We actually don't need to use an item anymore. That's nice. The kind of bar looks so derp in front. Oh, my joke wild horse baby. Yeah, you precious baby. Nebulosa. I want this halflinger for some reason. And we can see all of them that is available. So these are all the ones available in the market, I think. This is really useful, actually. It's way easier to know where things are, who is where, and everything. I already own this one. I low-key want to get a toast one. Or this one. Yeah, I want to get this one. Yeah, I'm gonna name it Lily. Yeah, unusual, right? It's gonna be meh and buy horse. Aw. I really like this window though. I really like this buying feature. It's really nice. Except it's gonna cause some troubles for some parts of the community, sadly. We're gonna have a look at that guy later, if I remember. Here you go. Those photos looks great. But it's a shame they can't convey the majesty of a horse in motion. Wait a minute. The camera can film. Why don't you set it up on the wall over there and film irony in motion? I'm sure Professor Hayden will appreciate dedication and find use for such exciting footage. Oh, we're gonna become video recorders now. Okay, we're gonna become YouTubers in the game, people. We're gonna record our horse and upload it on your tube. Before our gates in front of the camera. What is this? Okay. Okay, it's finished. It just looks funny when you're running back and forth like this. Oh, that's funny. Was that irony? You think we're done here and should move on? Alright then. Let's see what the next thing we need to do for this book is. Hi Thomas, I haven't talked to you for a while on this character. You want to interview some of the people around here that work with horses? We have a lot of knowledge about people around here, but it's a very broad subject you're asking about. I don't think anyone knows more about the day-to-day care of the horses than Maya. If you want to know about competitions, you should probably talk to one of the Bobcat girls. You're interested in every subject. Well then, feel free to ask anyway. Ask away! I'm just gonna ask him then. That's funny though. I'm just gonna ask you that you just talked to. That's really funny. You want to know if I have anything interesting to share about horses? A horse eats about 2% of its body weight every day. And they drink even more. About 40 liters a day. No wonder a stable girl is always running around. If I have any fun information to share about horses, oh, I do. Do you know a horse's teeth take up more space in their head than their brains? Or they have 10 ear muscles while humans only have 3? Or they have 205 bones in their skeleton? Or that... What? Why are you looking at me like that? Am I getting a bit carried away? Sorry. I haven't slept much lately. Let me think of something a bit more useful. Oh, I know. If a horse has its ears pinned back, a swishing tail, and bare teeth, you better keep your distance. It means that they are angry and might do something you want no part of. Our stable cats use the same body language. Isn't that cool? That two animals of such different sizes show anger in a similar way. It's always good to be able to read the body language of any animal you interact with. So I hope your readers will find it useful. Yeah, I know that. Don't do that. Hello, Sandy. If I have anything interesting to fight about horse racing to share with you for a book. How exciting. Let me think. Oh, did you know the horses can begin their career in racing as young as 2 years old? And are most retire at the age of 4 or 5. They're all so young. What? I didn't know that. I thought usually you would have to be like horses have to be like 3 to start being ridden as such, but that's interesting. I think we've done everything we can here. Do you think we should move on now, Irene? I like that we're talking to our horse. Yes, I agree. Let's continue our work on the book. Hi, Josh. Hello, Sandy. You seem to have come here on a mission. Is there anything I can do to help? You want to interview people who know a lot about horses? Well, have you come to the right place then? There are a lot of knowledgeable people around here. Feel free to ask them some questions. I might even have some insights to share myself. I hope you can include a section about Western riding in your book. I think one of the most interesting things about this sport is its origins. It evolved from cattle ranching, you know. roping cows and such. That's what the horn on the saddle was originally used for, to tie off the rope you used to capture a cow. Nowadays, it has evolved and changed a lot. You can see traces of cowboys in the fashion and the riding. You're doing a good job, Sandy. We're very passionate about educating people about horses here to start our ranch. Hope all goes well. Oh, Lisa's dad. You want to know if I have any insight into horses I can share with you? Absolutely. One of the most amazing things I got to see again and again about riding this farm is the birth of new foals. In the wild, they had to be able to keep up with the herd to survive, which is why they can stand and run within hours of being born, and are born with fully formed hoofs. I bet the readers of your book will find this as interesting as I do. It's truly a miracle's birth every time. Last one. Hello, Mary. If you know anything interesting about horses, they graze like sheep, but while sheep have a stomach with 4 chambers to help them digest their food, a horse only has one, like a human. Sheep need a special stomach to get enough energy from what they eat, and that's also why they eat so much. Grass is not very high in nutrition, you know. How does a horse get enough energy with only 1 chamber in its stomach? I'm not an expert, but I think it has something to do with how they break down their food. It must be super efficient for horses I've seen have been full of energy. Listen to me sound like a professor, but I think it's interesting that animals who eat such similar food have completely different ways of processing it. Good luck with your book, and hope I helped a little bit. There should be enough information from here, don't you agree, Irony? Exactly. Now, what's the next step for that book? I like that how Mary is so outdated. You fill different gates. That's very true of you. The focus is a bit off on some of the pictures, and the video is a bit blurry, but sending it back would take too long. That will suffice. Good job. Thanks. Let me see. These nails are very through. They will suffice. Who knew so much went to care with those large mammals? Good work, Sandy. I have to say, you made quite a good assistant. Have you ever considered a research career? Well, never mind. Now comes the tedious task of compile all of this information into a book fit for tourists. The things I do for some peace and quiet. Wait here. I'll be done in just a minute, or a couple of weeks. There is no hurry in the creative process. Ooh. Whoa. I want to have a look at that. Denim jacket. I love these jackets. Oh my god, yes. It was worth this. Okay, that was interesting. What? That took longer than expected. Don't tell me you have been waiting here the entire time. You youths truly have nothing worthwhile to do with your time. But our patience has been rewarded and the book has been finished. It is a masterpiece, if I say so myself. Full of great knowledge and insights. And before you ask, yes, you're credited as a co-writer, Sandy. What do you take me for? I'm a professional academic and always give credit where credit is due. Inachibi. That's what I heard him say. What is that? That's do you know Sims? Like how they talk like kind of stuff like that to me, James. Are you a Sim by any chance? What about me? I'm also credit, right? You? Cage worms and insect moths? Certainly not. What have you done except bother us both? No fair. Without me, there would be no book. I desire a piece of the glory and fame. No matter. I can make some alterations before printing to sell. Speak up so I can hear you, young man. Use no respect for their elders. I said I can't wait to print this book. Yeah, that's what was I said. Come on, Sandy. Hand me the book. It's time to make our tourists rich in knowledge and me rich in gold. Fine, it's here. This is going to sell like butter. Sandy, you have done for print a great feather. This jacket is good looking. I like this jacket. I'm a big fan of denim jackets. It's just something about them that I really like. Very good looking. We finished our quest line. Took a long time. It took me like 30 minutes. Interesting. There is something else I want to check out though I want to do it in another environment. And yes, we are here in Wildwoods because Wildwoods is one of the most prettiest places I actually could think of and know of. And I wanted to check out this time day switching feature that we got today in the creative mode. And yes, I did remember to bring the halfling we bought. The face is bugging into the brattle, but that's fine. Why I went to this part a while was I'm not quite sure. A part of me just wanted to be here. I want to see the water change. It's quite magical, isn't it, when you think about it? The fact that we can even do this now is incredible. Because I always struggled with a change in time. I always wanted to change time in the game. I always just had a Swedish account. Now I have many accounts around the world. And I am thankful for an American account who was able to help me record in the brighter areas and a brighter time. And also in a different time zone. The time was simply just daytime. So for me, having that American account helped me a lot in my process of making videos. But now I don't need to do that anymore. I can record on this account no matter when of my regular time zone. Because I have this. What do you guys think of this update? I honestly really like today's update. Except I'm not a big fan of running all over Jorvik for random reasons. But that we can change the time is incredible. I do like the new shopping windows as well. They are pretty nice. Except one thing. I want Star Stable to bring a mode for us to record a full view camera in. For us to capture everything around us. Like they've done with time. I want to do that with my vision as well. And be a camera to actually see the world through my horse's eyes. Or something like that. Anyhow, I really hope that we can get a camera one day to record things in a full perspective. I still want that, by the way. I've wanted that for years. Because I am currently working on a series. Yes, I'm working on a script for a series. And I really want to be able to make it happen. And I'm gonna work my hardest to make it happen. And I hope I can do that. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And what do you guys think about the update? Do you like it? Do you not? And remember guys, the new halflings are arriving next week. I'm looking forward to that. See you guys. Bye. Well, Lily, welcome to the family. The name was yours easy because I have no fantasy and I'm brain dead inside of my head. I feel like a mashed potato. I'm just gonna lay down. Peace out. Bye.